Okay, so you've been using intermittent fasting for a week, maybe 2 weeks, or maybe even a little bit longer, and you're not seeing results. What is going on? I'm sharing 5 reasons you're not losing weight with intermittent fasting and how you can start achieving your weight loss goals in today's video. Now, if you're new here, my name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance. I talk a lot about intermittent fasting on my channel and how you can use it to achieve your weight loss or wellness goals. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. And today's video is sponsored by LMNT. More on them in a bit. Okay, the first reason you're not losing weight with intermittent fasting is because you're restricting your calories while also using intermittent fasting. Now, I know I'm gonna get a lot of people in the comments who are like, oh my gosh, you are so dumb. Don't you know energy in, energy out? But here's the thing, it might work for a little bit, but if you are simply looking at weight loss with intermittent fasting from a state of calorie restriction, you are eventually going to plateau and even start gaining weight because it leads to the same issues as just typical calorie restriction does. If you simply eat less and you don't address the types of foods you're eating, this eventually results in a decreased metabolism. So you keep having to eat less and less and less to achieve a weight loss goal, which means maintaining that weight loss goal gets harder and harder and gaining it back gets even easier. This is why most diets don't work and why weight gain eventually results because it's solely focused on the calories and not the impact that certain foods have on the body. Which leads me to that second mistake that's causing you to gain weight with intermittent fasting, and it's that you're not getting enough protein during your eating window. Now, protein is one of the key, most important factors when it comes to avoiding this issue of having that decreased metabolism. Getting enough protein for your needs helps to raise satiety levels and the satiety hormone peptide YY, which keeps you feeling full and satisfied and not hungry. And if you're not getting enough protein for your body's needs, then you're not getting enough amino acids in order to protect your muscles from breaking down. And that's whether you're exercising or not. This results in decreased muscle mass, and decreased muscle mass causes the body to be worse at burning fat as fuel because it becomes more insulin resistant. And with smaller eating windows with intermittent fasting, it's easy to not get all of your protein needs in because protein is so satiating. So let's say you personally need 100 grams of protein per day. Getting 100 grams of a complete protein source at 1 or 2 meals can be pretty difficult. And a lot of people aren't even in the habit of specifically seeking out enough protein for their needs anyway, which I have a video where you can calculate your protein needs. I'll have that link down description below so you guys can check it out because this is a huge, really important factor. Okay, the third intermittent fasting mistake that's causing you to gain weight is that you're fasting too long. Now, primarily if you're fasting too long, like where you're doing 22-hour fasts a day and you're only able to get 1 meal in a day, for most people it's really difficult to get all of your nutrient needs in for that day in such a small window of time, specifically because protein is so satiating. So if you're fasting too long, you fall into that trap of semi-starvation and decreased metabolism. So it can seem counterintuitive, but longer isn't always better when it comes to intermittent fasting and weight loss. In fact, you might find that an 18 or 16 or even a 14-hour window is going to work best for you in order to get all of your nutrient needs in during your eating window. And one of the key nutrients that you really need to be making sure you're getting, especially with intermittent fasting, are electrolytes. Now, I personally use today's sponsor, LMNT. They're a really amazing electrolyte company that was designed with fasting in mind, because when you are intermittent fasting, you lose a lot of water and a lot of sodium. And this is why some people experience headaches or low energy levels when they first start intermittent fasting. It's because they're losing so much sodium specifically. And if you're just drinking water, but you're not replacing your electrolytes, you're actually making your electrolyte imbalance even worse. And unfortunately, a lot of other sports drinks or electrolyte companies use quite a bit of sugar, and this added sugar will really work against your weight loss goals with intermittent fasting. Now, not only does LMNT have those minerals that are needed when you are intermittent fasting, but they also are free of sugar, making it a much better option for your weight loss goals with intermittent fasting. Now, I personally love using the unflavored LMNT during my fast, and then I'll use one of their flavored options like the mango chili or the orange during my eating window, especially after I've worked out when my electrolyte needs are even higher. Now, LMNT is giving you guys 8 electrolyte packets for free. All you have to do is pay for the shipping. This is just for my viewers, just for the AM peeps. So make sure you guys grab your 8 free LMNT with the link down description below. Okay, the fourth intermittent fasting mistake that's causing you to gain weight is that you're eating too much sugar and bread or even pasta during your eating window. And this can be quite sneaky because specifically sugar can sneak into so many different things like coffee, fruit juices, honey in your tea, pastries. And on top of that, foods like bread and pasta and crackers all break down into sugar as well. All of these food sources really raise our storing hormone insulin and cause our body to shift into a state of fat storing, which can really reverse your progress that you're looking for with intermittent fasting. Now, the fifth intermittent fasting mistake that's causing you to gain weight is that you're not allowing for enough time for high quality sleep. This can really increase your hunger the next day during your fast because poor quality sleep increases your hunger hormone ghrelin, your stress hormone cortisol, and leads to increased insulin resistance the next day. So you're more hungry, you're more stressed, and you more easily gain weight. early, especially around the belly. So a really easy power tip for making sure you can improve your sleep with intermittent fasting is to skip the nighttime TV at least 1 hour before bed, or what I call no tech time, and go for a 5-minute walk outside. This is twofold on how it increases your sleep hormone melatonin, because the light from your phone or from your TV causes your body to decrease that sleep hormone melatonin. So by not watching TV, you're already helping there. But on top of that, by going for a walk outside, you're also exposing your eyes to darkness. And this darkness helps to naturally increase your sleep hormone melatonin and make you get higher quality deep sleep. Now, if you're wondering how long intermittent fasting really should be taking to work, you can check out this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.